Good? What's good? I'm back. One and only Paul Pickett, host of the Paul Pickett Podcast, aka Triple P, aka the Common Sense Podcast. And we got a special guest that we about to bring on. He will be fighting at BKFC Nashville, June 19th, 9 p.m. Eastern Time at the Pinnacle in Nashville, Tennessee, versus Caleb Harvey. Let's bring on the one and only Joshua Jigsaw Whiteside. Josh,
What's
how you
up?
doing, man?
What's up? How's it going? How's it going?
First, I want to say congratulations on that comeback win, man.
I appreciate it.
Those are like the best fights as a BKFC fan that we like to see. The guys that actually come back and whoop somebody's ass.
It was something like that.
Yeah. But it was
Yeah,
a great fight card altogether, man. There was a lot of
yeah,
comebacks in that fight card, so
yeah.
it made for a really good card. So let's start here. What originally pulled you into combat sports? And when did you realize fighting like could become your life?
Uh, I think I started. I started actually right after the pandemic in like 2021. I was trying to lose some weight, so I went to a fitness kickboxing gym at first. And I
Okay.
remember like being in the class. Me and my little brother was in the class, and I remember thinking like, it's nothing but soccer moms in here, and we could be real athletes. Like we could be real athletes. So we asked our coach, the head coach of the team now, Zach Underwood, like what they do to sparring it. And it was like 30 minutes down the road. So we drove there one day. And actually, I wasn't even finna sign up. And my little brother convinced me to sign up. And then from there, it's like, since I think I started September 1st, the first time I ever threw a punch against another person in my life, September 1st, 2021. And I've been there ever since, pushing up on 5 years now. But I started just
So
want to lose some.
if I'm not mistaken, you've done boxing, MMA, and kickboxing, correct?
Yes, sir.
So which sport out of those taught you the most mentally?
Uh, I would say boxing. Boxing.
Okay.
But bare knuckle probably taught me the most that like I could actually beat something in like the athletic realm. Because if you can get up from that, you can get up from anything. So I got a
Yeah.
supreme belief in myself now because of the bare knuckle fight. I done been on the big stages with all the cameras, all the people, so I know I could do something now.
Well, how did you end up transitioning into bare knuckle, and was there any second thought about getting into bare knuckle at first?
Well, I mean, you just skipped out a little bit.
Okay, I was saying, how did you end up transitioning to bare knuckle, and was there any second thought of getting into bare knuckle?
Now, actually, I wanted to make my pro debut in bare knuckle. So my pro debut was starting to be in bare knuckle, but ended up getting squished in the last minute by the commission to glove boxing. But I always knew that I had a place in bare
Okay.
knuckle because I always felt like if I could touch somebody, I'm real good at countering, like you're saying in the fight, and I got a lot of power. So if I feel like I could touch anybody without a glove, if I could touch you before you touch me, and even in that case, you could touch me 3, 4, 5, 6 times, and I feel like I only got to catch you once. And I think that showed in my fight perfectly. I feel like in bare knuckle, I only got to get you one time. So you got to fight the whole bare knuckle fight careful, which is it's hard for somebody to do. So it was just like looking at my style, looking at everything going, looking at what my trajectory would be in glove boxing or MMA. And I feel like my trajectory, I feel like I could be a potential world title challenger or win a world title on bare knuckle. And I feel like, so I went there.
Well, coming from the other sports, what was the biggest adjustment for you?
Right now it was the clinch. Like in my fight, it was the clinch. Like in terms of the like that tie clinch.
Yeah,
Like Isaiah Williams, like big ups to him. He a good dude.
yeah.
Good. I think he fighting again soon. I can guarantee he gonna win this next fight. I think that dude really good. But it's the like the grabbing behind the neck, the tie clinch, the way he kind of controlled that threw me off a lot. They threw me out like off a lot in the first round. So I think that's the biggest adjustment is the clinch, being able to punch out of the clinch. And also the ropes, like boxers, we like to play on the ropes a little bit, and the ropes got give. But the ropes in the BKFC ring, they
Uh-huh.
was titanium. So as soon as your back hit them, you're not going nowhere. You kind of stuck there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I've heard them ropes are really, really hard when you hit up against them.
yeah, it's like you hit up against a wall. Basically, it got less give than a MMA cage.
Damn, that's crazy. So I mean, after this debut, like, well, actually, during this debut, were you nervous at all? Like more than other fights, seeing you was coming in a bare knuckle?
Not really nervous. Like when I woke up that morning, like I was cool until I woke up that morning. Then I was real nervous. But I think every fighter go through that. I was real nervous.
Yeah.
Like, I woke up at 7 a.m. sharp. Like, oh, I'm fighting today. Like what? So other than that, but I think I was kind of too calm coming out. Like when we
Mhm.
came to like outcome, I remember looking at myself on the big screen, like, oh, I'm here. Look, I'm on the screen. Like at the Mohegan Sun, look, I was like, oh, this what Mickey Ward and Gotti fought. I'm looking at the posters, like it's almost like I was a fan other than a fighter. And I think that it really showed in that first round.
Okay, so after that fight, I mean, you come back, you win. What did you learn about yourself?
Uh, to be honest, like I feel like I think that was the last, even if it's necessary, unnecessary, that's the last little ego boost I needed. I don't feel like none of these dudes can see me for the allotted time. Whether it's 6 minutes
Okay.
or 10, I don't think that they got enough. I don't think that most of these dudes got enough to figure it out. Because it's either I'm gonna be bigger than you, I'm gonna be stronger than you, I'm gonna be faster than you, I'm gonna be smarter than you, I'm gonna have better boxing, I'm gonna be more of a dog than you, or something's gonna happen where I really trust my path of victory now. So I think I've really been able to like focus into my weaknesses now because I know I'm a dog. Like, you know, like I know I'm a dog. Like I don't think none of these dudes can do nothing with me for 10 minutes. And I think I could take their shots, they can't take my shots.
So weren't you undefeated in boxing too?
Yeah, I was 2-0.
Okay. Do you feel like a boxing background gives you an advantage in BKFC opposed to like the guys that have the mainly the MMA backgrounds?
Nah, I think that you need a solid MMA striking base. I think MMA striking
Okay.
is the way to go for being able to switch stances, knowing the range. Because the way you can parry, the way you block is way different in gloves. You can be a lot flashier, a lot more dangerous in gloves than you could do. So I think you need an MMA striking base from there. I think boxing. I think a lot of like when you watch BKFC fights, they lose technique a lot. They turn it into a street fight when they don't necessarily have to be. But
Yeah.
I think that you still need an MMA striker knowing how to switch stances, knowing how to move, go from there.
Okay. So the fight named Jigsaw, like where did that come from?
Actually, nothing like Ricky Durn Jr. He run a promotion, Gulf Coast Gloves
Uh-huh.
down in Mississippi, and all his fighters
Uh
have nicknames. It's like a tough man. Well, at first it was a tough man competition. All his fighters had a nickname. He texted me. He was like, "You need a nickname," and I was like, "Huh?" So I literally just Googled good J nickname, scroll down, hated everyone. I was like, let me just send Jigsaw and see what it say. And from there, I just sound like, and then everybody stuck with it. I tried to change it because at first I didn't like it, but everybody kept going with it. So I decided to go with it. I like the nickname now, but at first it's like I just kind of gave myself identity. I'm probably the first dude to ever pick his nickname and his stick.
well, isn't there a horror film called Jigsaw?
Yeah, it's the Saw
Okay.
franchise.
Okay.
But I ain't nothing like him though. I'm a nice dude. Like I'm a real nice dude. Like I don't do nothing crazy. I be chilling. So it just go with Joshua Jigsaw Whiteside. I kind of roll off the song a
Yeah,
little bit. So
yeah. Nah, it sounds like it goes together.
mm,
So let's talk about your opponent, Caleb Harvey. From what I can see, he looks like a boxing and MMA trainer. I didn't see any fight footage anywhere. What do you know about this guy?
the same exact thing that you know. I know that he run the gym, and I know that he run the gym. He look like a good guy to me. Like
Yeah.
I know he trained. I seen him hold mitts, and I never really seen him hit mitts. I seen him hold mitts. I never seen no fight footage, but I expect him to come in and be technical, know how to box. I expect him to come in. If he took the fight, he must have seen something that make him think that he can win this fight. So I expect him to come out and be smart, be methodical in the way he choose to pick me apart. I'm interested to see what he think his path of victory is, but I guess we can't figure that out until fight night. But seems like a smart guy. Anybody that can coach, I trusting them to do it. But not having no fight field footage, you kind of scare me for him because I don't know if he had any fights or he ever been in there. It's a lot different when you get in there. But he might be a dog too, so you just never know.
Well, I seen a few videos where he was hitting the pads. Like most of the videos he's training people, but there's a few videos where he's actually throwing some punches. I mean, even off of those, are you able to like see what kind of fighter he might be?
Nah, you'll have to. It depends on what year it is, because I didn't scroll
Yeah,
like to the end of his page, like so. It depends on what year it is. Everybody gets so much better in the time span, or
yeah,
like some people get stuck. So I don't know. Right now, I know that he training people and he holding mitts. At least he know how to properly throw a punch. At least he know how
yeah,
to. So I'm gonna assume because you never know who he is. He practice what he preach. So I expect him to be a good, clean, technical boxer because the stuff that I saw him teaching was good, valuable information. So I
yeah.
expect him to practice what he preach and be a good boxer, be in there, be technical. I think I seen he did jiu-jitsu before. So I don't
Okay.
think that he's just gonna be some type of wimp in the clinch or nothing like that. I think
Yeah.
he'll be a smart fighter.
Yeah, he looked like you said, he could be a smart fighter. He looks like a nice guy. Looks
Mm,
like he's really in good shape
yeah,
as well. And I know some guys come in a bare knuckle and underestimate the cardio as you go further
yeah,
through the rounds. But like a lot of guys say when I, interview him, has he been hit with bare knuckles yet?
yeah.
That's the thing.
It's
I
one
see
hundred
plenty
percent.
guys
Yeah,
get hit and just fold. Plenty
yeah.
guys get hit one time and fold.
Yeah, it's a completely different. It's feel like lightning hitting you. I think somebody said
Yeah,
that to me, and I feel like that's the best way. It feel like lightning hitting you. Like it's such a different experience, especially from like people like I've been in fist like street fights, but nobody threw a real straight technical two bare knuckle at you before. So until
yeah,
you get hit with one of those, like the street fights, they arms flail and doing what they want to do. But like if somebody hits you with a clean jab to a straight, it's a lot different with bare knuckle. And like even then, like when I was fighting Isaiah, like a straight, like a straight bare knuckle, it's a crazy feeling. And you knot up fast. I never knotted up. I probably had over 40 fights. Never knotted up. Never had a knot on my face before. I got hit with
yeah,
bare knuckle for 2 minutes. And my face was all knotted up and everything. So
yeah. That's the thing. It only takes one punch to
yeah.
really put a guy out, or just change the difference of a game. A fight like yours, where a guy might be up in the scorecard, and just that one punch should change the whole
Yeah.
trajectory.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it really only take one. So it's and then that's another thing. Like you really only take one punch. How long can you be locked into a fight? It only take one punch. Like bare knuckle is the epitome of taking one punch. It really only take one punch.
So when you go into a fight, and I don't know if it's the same with all combat sports, but when you don't know nothing about this guy, really all you can focus, I'm guessing, is just how you want to fight your fight, right? You
Yeah.
can't even worry about him so much until the fight starts, I'm guessing.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I can't even. I'm not even worried about what he bring at this point because it's nothing to judge it off of. And then I always assume that somebody got a lot better since their last fight anyway. So it actually kind of throw me off if you fight a dude and he looked the same exact way as he did his last fight. Kind of throw me off because like what you been in the gym working on. But especially if they younger
Yeah.
fighters, like younger fighters should probably be getting better or showing something different every fight. So I'm just gonna assume that he gonna he's a lot better. I'm assuming he probably the best boxer in Nashville right now, and that's how we're gonna train for it.
And so he's from the area. He's from Tennessee.
Yeah, yeah, he from Nashville.
Okay. And where you from?
I'm from Memphis.
Memphis. Okay, so
Yeah.
but it's still kind of like when you got two guys in the same state, he don't really got too much home court advantage, does he?
Nah, not really. He'll probably have a couple more people that can make the drive down, but I don't really think that it'll be. I don't really think it's gonna be a home court advantage for him or nothing like that. I think we
Yeah.
have equal footing from there. Because Memphis is not that far from Nashville. I know a lot of people from the Nashville combat community, especially like the MMA guys up there in Dyersburg. Like I have fought up there a couple times before, so it'd be all good
What's
from there.
what's the fight scene like in Memphis?
I think that in Memphis, I think that we getting to a point where we starting to have, we starting to overflow with talent. Like I think we got so much talent. It's so much talent. Off the rip, we got guys like we got a guy fighting for going double champ for CFFC, Kevin Pease. He from Memphis. We got Rambo, Raheem Forrest from Memphis. Danny
Okay.
Barlow was in the UFC. He from Memphis. Then we got amateurs that's just like crazy, like Barack Muhammad. Like, and I'm just gonna start naming people that you couldn't even know, but I know how good these people are. Like Barack Muhammad, Marvin Mosley. We got so many good people, so many good gyms. Like we're starting to overflow with talent. The only thing is we don't have enough fight shows here. I think we got to
Okay.
travel down or up too much to fight. Like even then, my first fight, I had to go all the way to Connecticut to like get my opportunity and
Yeah.
pretty much play B side. Even though I was the betting favorite, play B side because we went to where he from, and I think
Yeah.
that happened a lot in Memphis. So, well, we don't really get big fight shows no more. And I want to see what can we do to change that? Because I think a lot of our guys got to travel. A lot of us never really been out of Memphis before, so it kind of throw us off and shell shock us at first.
Yeah. Is this the first time that BKFC's been to Tennessee? I can't remember.
Yeah, it's the first time. Yeah, in Nashville. Yeah, I think it's the first
Oh,
time in Tennessee.
okay. What does that mean for you, like to be part of breaking a new sport into your home state like that?
Yeah, I really love it. I think this is my market. I think after this fight, everybody see. I think Dave Feldman, they should gonna be able to see that like this is market. Like this is gonna be me. I'll be the headliner here. Like that's how I feel personally. After the performance I'm planning on putting on, I think everybody gonna know that like this is my market. Like this is for me. Just like some people, like for example, Parker Porter, he got the whole Connecticut. He headlined a
Oh,
lot of that
yeah.
Connecticut show. It'll be
Yeah.
Joshua Whiteside market after this. After this win, they come back. Hopefully, they could do a BKFC Memphis one day. I love that. We got a
Yeah.
bunch of players. So, but this is our market now.
They could do that in what, the Memphis Grizzlies arena or something, right?
The FedEx Forum.
Yeah. Like, do you expect this to be packed out in Tennessee? Like, how big
Yeah,
is fighting in Tennessee in general?
I think it's pretty big. Yeah, I think it's gonna sell
Okay.
out. I think it's probably gonna be one of the. I don't think that they really expecting it to come out like
Uh-huh.
that. Like I don't know if they really know how big it can be, but I think it's gonna be big. I think it's
Yeah.
gonna sell out. It's gonna be the rowdiest crowd they done had in a minute, like up there with the Hawaii crowd from the event
Yeah.
last April. I think it's gonna be
Yeah.
somewhere in terms of people that just love fighting. Like Memphis, like Tennessee in general, we just got a grinder mentality, like a tough mentality. So we love fighting.
Yeah, I just interviewed guy from my home state, Doug Red Coltrane. He fought the main event out there in Hawaii. He said it was the loudest show that he's been to out of
Yeah,
all the BKFC ones that he went to.
yeah.
So that could be really good. My sister stays out in Tennessee. They love it out there. They're out in I think Seymour, Tennessee. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
Yeah,
I think it's by the mountains or something.
yeah, probably close to like Chattanooga or something.
So outside of fighting, like who are you when the camera's off?
Uh, nah, I think I'd be chilling. I'm a teacher. Like that's my day job, so I'm a teacher. So that's what I
Okay.
do in the day. Like I teach,
What
and
do
the
you
other stuff
teach?
I like. Well, I'm a PE teacher. So
Oh, okay.
I, yeah, And then, so that's what I've been doing since I graduated college, like the last 6 years is PE teaching and coaching basketball. That's actually what I stopped. I was stuck in between coaching basketball and fighting, but I realized I could make I could go pro in fighting. Once I knew I could go pro, I kind of transitioned all the way over to just fighting. But I did a lot of coaching basketball. I want to get back to that soon whenever fighting slow down. But right now, I'm taking a fight every 3 months. So I can't really do that right now. But, and then I like to run. So I just ran a marathon last April.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is your main focus as far as fighting goes the BKFC right now?
Yeah. I'm focused completely on the BKFC, trying to see if they'll lock me
And
into a
what weight class
multi-fight
are you
country.
in?
Welterweight, 165.
Okay. You're a welterweight,
Yeah.
which welterweight is kind of confusing, right? I don't know what's going on with the welterweight because Dustin Peg was supposed to be the champ, but I thought like he gave his belt up or they stripped the belt from him or he couldn't fight or something.
I thought Bryce Henry and Julian Lane was going for the interim championship.
Is that what that's for? The interim?
I think so. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's the interim. But to me personally, I don't think there's ever been a better bare knuckle fighter than Bryce Henry, though. I think Bryce Henry is as close to unbeatable in this sport as you. I think like he's the most unbeatable fighter in the BKFC.
You think he's the most unbeatable?
Yeah, I think that's where Supreme Boxing meet bare knuckle. Is Bryce Henry. I wouldn't bet against Bryce Henry at all. Like Julian Lane, tough, and I like him. I'm not gonna disrespect him because, like, once again, it is bare knuckle. But Bryce Henry is, to me, if you're looking at it non-objectively and like taking some of your emotions out, if you just look at it, Bryce Henry is easily the best bare knuckle fighter ever. Like in terms of, like, just look at his tape. Like you just gotta. It's the cleanest tape.
He's good and he's extremely tall, dude.
Yeah, and he used it perfectly.
Yeah, he's so tall compared to everybody else. He's very technical. Even his brother's pretty good.
Yeah. And then you go with like Lorenzo Hunt. Like Lorenzo Hunt, really good at bare knuckle too. Like in terms of that. But I think Bryce Henry, I think he'll be the champion for. I think he get over the Julian Lane hump. Then I think he can fight Dustin, and then I think he'd be the champion for as long as he want to be in bare knuckle. I think he'll be the champion. Till you see me, now.
Yeah.
But I think he's gonna be the champion for a minute.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I don't even really know what weight class Bryce Henry primarily fights. He's not even ranked in none of these weight classes on the website. So it's like hard to tell like what even fights.
I thought he was a welterweight 165er.
Which he should be ranked if under that. But the welter. That's the thing. I don't know. Julian Lane should be, no disrespect to him because he'll beat the hell out of me. But he's 9-9, man. You got guys like Austin Trout who are, 5.
Austin Trout went down to 55 though, didn't it? Austin Trout going for the 55 belt.
Yeah, he is. But he's still ranked on this one. You got, you got guys with way better records, I think. I think Bryce Henry definitely should be ranked. I personally feel like Leonardo Perdomo is the most unbeatable guy in bare knuckle.
Oh, well, yeah. When you go into heavyweight, yeah. I forgot about it. Usually, sometimes I don't rate the heavyweights like that. But I get it.
I get it. Yeah.
But heavyweight, like the difference between Leonardo is that in heavyweight, it's really only take one punch. Like it really only take one punch.
Yeah.
Like let's say he run into a Parker Porter, and Parker Porter he just cover up like me and just throw a right hand and catch him on. Like it could all be over that fast. Like the thing is, it's a price on his head, but it's a risk to collect it because you don't have to take a lot of punches for you to be able to find one with him. But yeah, Leonardo, I think him and Bryce for sure. But me, I'm more of a sense coming from like a boxing background. I love technical striking. So I look at Bryce and I see the epitome of bare knuckle striking.
So, are you the type of fighter that like calls guys out, or you just like take whatever fight they bring your way?
No, I'm gonna take any fight they bring my way. I don't think I ever called out a fighter. I'll take any fight that they give me.
Do you feel like as a guy starts winning more and more, at some point you gotta start calling guys out
Yeah.
to possibly get the fights you want?
Because if you don't call somebody out, they're gonna call you out, and then it's gonna make
Yeah.
you take some fights that really don't make sense. Because once you get up to that
Okay.
point, like let's say I go 2-0, I'm like, oh, I want to fight Bryce. Bryce have no incentive to fight me if he, like, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying. But they're just like, oh, you ducking this. We had a real bad in combat sports. Somebody ducking, even though they're not even on the same level. You just yelled their name out, and now you swear they ducking. We got that problem real
Yeah.
bad in combat sports. So I think once you win, like let's say I get a win here, I come back, fight soon, you get another win, then I'd be like, hey, I want this guy. Hey, I want this guy. But right now, where I'm at right now, I won't call nobody out. I see a
So
couple guys that would be a fun fights for me. Like I see a couple guys that I like in terms of fighting, but I need to get over this hump before I start calling them out.
so when you say they got a problem about like the cats ducking, is it like when you say problem like cats got to let ego get in the way when people start calling them out about ducking? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I think, for example, somebody get high in the rankings, and then you could just have an unranked fighter, an 0-2 or 0-3 fighter that's just looking for
Yeah.
a paycheck or something. Just be like, hey, I think I could beat you and try to. And now that's how fighters don't progress at all. And any fight in bare knuckle a dangerous fight, so we really can't just be trying to prove a point here. We need to be trying to progress up the rankings and having the best fight the best.
Do you think like when guys get into it, like you got the BKFC fights and you got the fighters that are just there watching, and you might have like Mike Marine get into it with Joe Elmore. You think that's always like a lot of times performative, where that one of those guys is trying to get that fight every
Yeah.
time by doing that?
Yeah, it always happened right where the camera at. And I'm not saying for
Yeah,
that situation they might have really
yeah.
had some type of beef or something, but I think a lot of times it is very performative because there's nothing to call the matchmaker and be like, "Hey, I want this fight" or something. But they trying to
Yeah,
like put the pressure on them.
yeah. But like, oh, they look, they got
Yeah,
into it at
yeah,
BKFC
like this fight.
78.
Yeah, like trying to sell
Yeah,
the fight, and I won't get mad at them for trying to sell the fight, but it do get to a point though. Like it get to a point where like you're doing too much.
yeah,
And I haven't had to go through that fortunately, but it get to a point where probably on a local scale where it's dudes that's like, hey, I think I could beat him, but like we're not even on the same level no more. Like you down here and I'm up here because you made bad career decisions and I didn't, or I was brave enough to go BKFC, which probably you should have. You know,
so, are you guaranteeing a win against Mr. Caleb Harvey here?
I guarantee a win against everybody. I don't think
Okay.
like I like Caleb. From what I see, I think he a good dude. I don't think that he got enough to beat me. I don't think he got enough in the allotted time to beat me. I don't think that he got enough. Whatever he got, I can match it, or it's in other areas I'm just probably simply just better than. And then you take into I didn't actually got hit with bare knuckles before. I didn't been on this stage. We haven't seen him on this stage. Now he might be a star.
Yeah.
He might pop up and he might shine. And that might be on him, but he gonna have to show it to me.
And you showed you very resilient, man,
Yeah.
in your very first fight, man. You know, I was watching the card, and I'm telling you, I was in here going crazy with all these cutbacks, man.
Yeah.
You know, because those are some of the best fights, man. Even you know, especially the ones where a guy's just getting his ass beat, and then all
Yeah.
of a sudden he gets one punch off, and you just see the other guy just totally phased, and just the whole everything just changes. It's 180
Yeah.
switch, and now the other guy's just on the other guy and just coming out and winning the fight, man, with just great resilience. And you know, it just goes to show like the toughness in you guys when you do that. And y'all the modern day gladiators. You know, we ain't allowed to legally chop off heads no more. So bare knuckles is the
Yeah.
closest.
It's the most brutal sport in the world.
Yep, yep. So I mean, how old are you right now?
28. I turned
Oh,
20 now.
you still young. Yeah.
Yeah. I turned 29 Monday, but I'm 28 right now.
Yeah. Do you think like this sport has like extended the shelf life and longevity for a lot of fighters?
Yeah, I think it's a lot of fighters that toughness, as much as although we can't count it off of any type of metric, it's a real stat for fighters. Like it's a real something that you got to have. And I think if you tough, you could be able to last in here. That's why we see a lot of fighters like they come in bare knuckles and maybe they can box, but they get hit with a punch and they just fold. Some people just get hit and fold. Some people don't. Like look at somebody like Mike
Yeah.
Perry. Maybe he couldn't compete in the UFC no more, but enough toughness for 3-4 people, and you get back to that point.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I've never been a big Mike Perry fan, but that guy's a Terminator, dude.
Yeah. He tough. If
He's a
nothing else,
Terminator.
he tough. Yeah. If nothing else, if he don't have one good quality, he tough. And that's the main factor you need for bare knuckle. You need to be tough. If you're not gonna be tough, you might as well. You'll be like these dudes walking around like I never do bare knuckle. They don't pay enough, and then take a 300 to show 300 win MMA fight.
Well, I think like if he go into MMA, like the Nate Diaz fight, it seemed like I don't know. I'm not an expert. I don't know what kind of fighter Nate Diaz is, but I think if Mike Perry is going up against a guy who's mainly a striker in MMA, I think, man, they're gonna have a rough day because just how he is from the bare knuckle
Yeah.
side of things now.
Yeah.
Like if you ain't kicking them and grappling
Yeah.
them, you're just trying to
Yeah.
go straight fist. I don't know if it's gonna be a good day
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah. You can't really. It's just the toughness. Like you got Mike been taking like lightning shots on the dome, and now there's some
Yeah.
pad in there. It'd be able to. It probably felt like sparring with 18 ounces with him because he had
Yeah.
to walk straight through a lot of that.
Yeah, what is that gonna do? He walking through Jeremy
Yeah.
Stevens punches like nothing,
Yeah.
man. In bare knuckle, you throw on some,
Yeah.
like you said, some padded gloves. That's like, that's tickling him probably.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, I'm definitely excited to see this fight card. Is any fighters on this fight card that we might need to know about that you might know?
Uh, Not none that I know personally. Like I think right now it's none that I really know personally. But we got good fighters out in the area from this area than BKFC. Like Taylor Dagner, she
Uh
won fight of the night, Alexandria. I wanted her to be on this card because she was on the Connecticut card with me, but she on vacation. But and then she
okay.
another one to look out to from this area. It's a lot of guys that I'm trying to pull towards this bare knuckle way because we got so much talent in Memphis. This market could be ours. Like we got a couple guys that it would just be brave enough to come and try it, like brave enough to come out there. We got some guys, but then again, you never know how they take a punch. But we got some guys, talent wise, guys that I train with. They come do bare knuckles. I think they could be champ.
I mean, there's 7 debuts on this fight card, so I'm
Yeah,
I'm guessing most of those guys are all from Tennessee.
yeah,
And I was shocked that I guess they couldn't. I thought they would have found somebody from Tennessee to be like the main event card because I don't know where this JC De Leon's from, but I know Tony Soto. He fights out of Hickory, North Carolina, and he's originally from Brooklyn. And I think Nathan Rivera. I don't know where he's from, but he's definitely coming up. He's a featherweight. Well, man, appreciate you taking the time out, man, to do the interview.
yeah.
You a friend of the
Fine.
show now. You more than
Yes,
welcome to
sir.
come back on anytime you like, man. And I'm gonna be tuning in, and can't wait to see your fight.
All right, I
And
really appreciate it. I love the presentation, everything that's set up. I love how professional it was. Thank you so much.
yeah, no problem. I'll make sure I get off here. I'm gonna clip up some clips and make sure we,
Yeah,
help promote you. Anything I see come across the timeline, I'll make sure I give it that like and comment as
yes,
well.
sir.
And
I
like I
appreciate
said,
it.
you want to come back on anytime, please do, man. Oh yeah,
All
before
right.
you go, any shout outs you want to do to like maybe some sponsors or your
Uh,
coaching?
Shout out to one of my good friends, Brandon Shipton. He run True Fight Series. They helped me get my first pro fight. Shout out to TMH. They make all my gear. They made my fight shirts. Waldo's Chicken and Beer, my first and my biggest sponsor. He shows so much love. Shout out to him. Shout out to Puppy Dreams. Shout out to Memphis Judo and Jiu-Jitsu, the Ferguson Fight Club. Once again, I already shout out but Taylor. Taylor was the first person to go bare knuckle around here And yeah, I think
Okay.
that like she helped me in a way she don't even know, but she helped me gonna take that leap. And I think I'm at the biggest part of my career now. My one of my best friends in the gym, Jared Travis, I love you. Jeff Denton, I love you. Shout out to CNC Management. They helped me get the fight. It's Ryan Wells and Carlos Leon. So man, I shout out people all day, man. It's so many
You
people
said
that's so
Rain Wells?
yeah.
Yeah, that they call him the guy on the couch or off the
Yeah.
couch or whatever. He got a little thing going on right now with Austin Lewis.
Yeah. I seen that.
Yeah.
Ryan a character for sure, but I like him though. I like him.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. He's helping other fighters,
Yeah.
get into the sport, man, and it's a
Yeah, he was
growing sport.
I feel like Ryan Wells was integral for me getting into the sport. He called me, he reached out. He like I had so many questions because I never had management. I called,
Uh-huh.
I was on the phone with him for 40 minutes. I'm like, so how do this work? How do this work? How do this work? I was like, when can I get a fight? Can I fight here? I fight anywhere. And he stayed on the phone nice. Like he got his family. He stayed on the phone. He made sure I had a fight. And now they trying to work on me a multi-fight contract right now with BKFC because I told them after my first fight, I want to sign on 3, 4 fights because I think I found my home now. So
And he got that other fighter on his card too, Joby Steffensmeyer.
yeah,
I
he
mean,
just
he
got
lost
the
his first fight, but he had to fight
it,
against a young up and comer in
yeah Octavian Turner.
Octavian
I think
Turner. Yeah,
yeah, that was a good fight too.
yeah,
That
yeah.
was
That
good.
was fight of the night.
Yeah, Octavian Turner. That's a good fighter. That's another. I think with our talent level in BKFC, we're starting to see a lot of good boxers come in. You can see that with somebody like Octavian Turner, like a lot of people that's technical in boxing and tough. They're not just selling for B-side boxing fights no more. They know they can come to bare knuckle and have some success. You just got to be a
Yeah,
little bit of brave.
yeah. Octavian's like originally from Chicago, and I thought it was crazy. He trains with Ben Rothwell.
Yeah. All right,
You
that's a
know,
weight difference right there.
yeah. You sparring with Big Ben.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, I appreciate you taking the time out, man, and we're gonna have you on for your next fight, man.
All right. Thank you. I really appreciate it. You have a good day.
All right, you too, man. Enjoy your night.
All right. You too.
All right, peace. There you have it. Joshua Jigsaw Whiteside. He was fighting on the Nashville card. And that's next to my home state. You got Tony Soto versus JC Corazon De Leon. That's the main event. You got Nathan Rivera versus Trey Martin on there. Prince McLean making his debut versus Jeremy Karshner, who looks like he's making his debut as well. Raven Baxter looking for his fourth fight in BKC versus Junior Hicks. You got Jabori Murphy versus Damian Black, and they're both making their debuts. And of course, you got Joshua Whiteside versus Caleb Harvey. Caleb Harvey's making his debut. Whiteside's coming off a comeback win against what's my man's name? Isaiah Williams. And that was a really good fight. Really good fight. Really good fight card too. One of the best fight cards of the year. Then you got Zach Roos versus Juan Carlos Beltran, both making their debut, and Devin Hostler versus Joe B. Steffensmeyer, who we just talked about, who's making his second fight appearance, coming off a tough fight against Octavian Turner. And Octavian, he's a young cat that's only going to get better. And I would think, how many fights are on here? I think they might have, seeing that they got any more fights added to this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 8. So they'll probably add about a few more fights to this card as well. I think they should be due for at least 3 or 4 more fights on this card. Usually, I think it's 11 to 12 fights, depending on if there's cancellations. Also, don't forget you still got BKFC 89 Palm Desert this Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern time. This Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. It's gonna be me, Anthony Devil's Advocate Yost, and I'm hoping it's gonna be Coltrane as well. Doug Cold Red Coltrane as well joining us. So that way we'll have a fighter and fan perspective, and we're gonna recap. Shouts out to my man Wild Bill. Alexander Prince Gutierrez, appreciate you. Keith the Officer Richardson, appreciate you. Throwing Hands, appreciate you. Black Watch, appreciate you. L Lobo MMA, appreciate you for tuning in. So yeah, this Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern time, we're gonna do the recap, and we're gonna start doing a recap of all these fight cards. We're gonna do the recap of Joshua Whiteside's fight card as well in Nashville, and that was interesting though. He said Bryce Henry is the most unbeatable guy in bare knuckle. I mean, we about to find out. He's 6-0. He's fighting Julian Lane. Let me bang Lang, and that's the thing. Like Bryce is gonna want to, you know, not try to let Julian come in and clinch and bang like he's gonna want to. He's gonna want to be as technical as possible. Use that length, that distance. I mean, Bryce is 6'3". He's a freaking basketball player. He's a point guard for an NBA team. Julian Lane's 5'9". I mean, you're talking about but not, let's see, 9, 10, 11, 12. You're talking about a 6-inch difference. Almost a half a foot difference. You know. So yeah, and he still got BKFC Fight Night Hammond Van Camp versus Cisneros. And also BKFC 90 Birmingham Tyranny versus Franco as well. The good thing about those fight cards is they're always super early. It's 2 p.m. Eastern time because they're 6 hours ahead of us across the pond. I could actually do the recaps of the UK fight cards on that day, if possible, depending on everybody else's schedule. But yeah, appreciate everybody tuning in. Shouts out to Joshua Jigsaw Whiteside. Be fighting on the BKFC Nashville card. Soto versus De Leon. Looking to go to 2-0. Looking to move up in the welterweight division, which is a tough. It's a tough division. Got Dustin Page, Julian Lane, Rico Franco, Carlos Trinidad, Connor Tyranny. And they're actually starting to bring a lot of more of these UK guys into the rankings. Most of the rankings have been favoring the US guys for a while. I still don't know what's going on with the flyweight division. Bantamweight is I mean, you got the interim bantamweight title, but it's still in shambles ever since Ibarola just gave the belt up. It moved everybody's rankings down one slot. All right, we're about to wrap it up. Make sure y'all follow me Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, all that good stuff. Appreciate everybody tuning in, and peace. I'm out.